It's Week 8 of the NFL, and our focus is on this team's sure-handed wide receiver. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. Hold on tight. We're in for an exciting one, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football. And you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense. We're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another. And I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys...
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They are led out by a man who's done this now for a long time. Their veteran quarterback.
We had a chance to sit down with him this week, Mike. It almost came across to both of us that he wasn't entirely over last week's close loss. And he made the point. He said, listen, playing quarterback in the NFL, you're going to be judged by how well do you play and what is your record in one-score games. Last week, they found themselves on the wrong end of it. If they get themselves into a back-and-forth matchup today, they've got to make enough plays down the stretch to come away with the win. Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield, perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he's in. Has a touchdown. His 6th touchdown now for the season. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This returnable from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all 3 phases last week. So, again, can they build off that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week, and going forward, this is going to be a hard team to beat.
They'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of 10. That's enough for a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Throwing over the middle. This one is complete. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. He'll keep this on the zone read. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Here's 3rd and 2. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. Here's a first carry for their running back. He'll be stopped just a short gain, down to the 30. Here's a 2nd and 9. Moore going in motion. That's over the middle and intercepted. He gets free. Still going. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown. And that just adds to the start for this one. They walk down the field to get the touchdown, and then the defense joins the offensive party, Greg. Each side has scored a touchdown early on.
Yeah, and you just can't draw up a worse start than this, Mike. I mean, not only to allow the opposing team to go down and score on their first drive, but then to follow it up with a pick six. You find yourself in a big hole here early. Do they have enough to dig their way out?
The PAT, up and good. And the visitors will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. Let's go. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. That is going to be caught by the rookie wideout. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. Punt team out, ready to send this one away. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He gets that into the hands of Wilcox. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Tight end going in motion here. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the first down.
They'll stay on the ground. And he'll get this down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now, faking the give. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And he's into the end zone for the score. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the first quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer, because right now, they don't have one.
The extra point is good, and the visitors will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down.
You just don't see speed out of the tight end position like this guy, Mike. I mean, to catch an underneath ball and have the ability to turn into a runner, that's something we traditionally see from wide receivers and running backs, but this guy's as fast as anybody in the league.
1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. That one knocked away and incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
This fielded at about the 9. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. This offense making its way back on the field, led by their wide receiver. And he's had an early impact on this game. Sensational start. And you know they're going to be looking his way more as this game goes on. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. So after one, 21-3 is the score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Look him up on a second down and 8. Back to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Finally, this defense has been searching for a big play after giving up 2 touchdowns on the previous 2 drives. They're going to need more of that. They have to find more impactful plays that end drives and get the ball back to their offense.
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sacked, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can
And the defense unrelenting, a 3rd consecutive sack.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
And now the punting unit will come on. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing right, it's taken in. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Moore going in motion. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he'll get this close to the 1st down. It's a pickup of 4, but it still leaves 3rd and short. And that is incomplete.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points, but after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
That's a throw that's going to make them cringe on Monday, Mike, in the film room. At this level, quick hitters, those quick, easy passes, those should be borderline automatic. But it was anything but this time.
And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Having a dominant pass rush so often translates to wins. But that's hardly been the case here, Mike, and they're able to add another sack to their total before half, and that's great. But somehow they still find themselves trailing, and that's the only thing that matters.
He'll try to run for it.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for the second straight drive. A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50. Now they'll set up to throw. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. But some success here early on the ground will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's the punter now, as he'll come on to punt this one away. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Well, after the nice run to start the drive, why not go back to the well and try it again? And that's exactly what they do. Have to imagine at some point now, the defense tries to change their look.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down. Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll get this one across midfield. Brought down after a pickup of a half dozen. 3rd and 5. Blitz coming, he'll throw it, and that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Here's 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
A corner who is not only a good tackler, Mike, but a willing tackler can be a huge asset to any defense. So often they get a bad rap. They're considered just pass defenders. They want to run around. But for a guy to be able to come up and force the run and keep this to no gain, man, that makes a big difference on any defense.
It is 3rd 3rd and 10. They're going to motion the tight end over here. And that is incomplete.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
And no return on this one. Fair catch signal for and taken.
First down and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
To the right side here, pass is caught. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. They'll try to hit him with a screen. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. They'll look to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. Throwing now from the gun. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Quick throw, taken in, and that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. He keeps it himself. And that's a veteran quarterback doing what veterans do. Don't take the extra hit. Got the 1st down, get down. The drive continues. Now the offense will use their 3rd and final timeout. Out now is the field goal unit. They'll try to pick up 3 points here. This from 30 yards out. The kick is perfect, right down the middle. And the visitors going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the 1st half. 3 seconds, all that remain in this 1st half, as that one's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. That one into the hands of Moore downfield. So we reach halftime in what has been to this point a one-sided game. As we send you to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with EA Sports.
This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. This one taken at the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. The third quarter begins with a run. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And that ball incomplete over the middle.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down. The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
Really nice throw downfield on that conversion. Brings up a new set of downs. And defensively, Mike, this feels like desperation mode. If you allow them to finish this drive with a touchdown, this game feels all but over.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Thrown left side, the catch is made. 11 yards on the connection there, and that will be a first down. Up the middle they go. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll stick with him again. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
And the defense snuffed that one out. It goes down as a completion, but no gain on the play.
Well, you can tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Now whistles and a timeout. So on fourth down, they'll call out the field goal unit. This will be a 48-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the visitors add on to their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. That's into traffic, but taken in. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
2nd down and 3.
At the 49-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
3 yards to go.
Back to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he will have a 1st down, but I don't think that's going to stand. They're already heading backwards. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. Special teams out to the field, ready for this punt, as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. Now he'll swing it out to his fullback. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. He'll go left side here and complete this one. They get 18 on that one. That's enough for a 1st down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
To the ground, a 1st down run. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he's going to have a 1st down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
Brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 9 yards. And the Virginia Beach 1st down.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He's going to force his way for a yard or 2. But looks like this one's going to be coming back. Following the penalty, they'll run it. Not much. 2nd and long coming up. Now a give on the ground. And some good blocking. Springing up. A gain of 9 as we get to 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the 2nd half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the visitors will extend their lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Oh, a loose football. The defense has got it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it, and which team does a better job taking it away.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. 3rd down, 3 to go. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. So the move is for the field goal unit here. Officially, a 29-yard attempt. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the visitors add on to their lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Throwing now on 1st and 10. Quick throw here is complete.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
They'll run on 2nd down. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one. Here's 3rd and 2. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Short pass taken in by the tight end.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
To the outside, a catch made by Moore. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. They'll look to throw again. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Moving the tight end right. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. They'll look to throw. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Here now, 3rd and 5. They'll try to get this one on the ground. So it's 4th down. They'll call on the punt team as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. 1st and 10. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They bring the tight end in motion. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw yet again. That's complete. Some more on the right side. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. Back to the air one more time. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Throwing now from the gun. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. 3rd and a yard. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
Now a run on first down. He'll dodge one would-be tackler and wind up getting a nice gain of 6 on the play. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. They've moved the ball well here, but now face 3rd and 2. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's got nowhere to go. The defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage there. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple. They'll try to run.
I know it's 4th and short, Mike, but at this distance, you actually have to clear a lane out. You can't just fall forward or push the pile. So that conversion, it's as much of a credit to the blocking as it is to the running back seeing the hole and hitting it.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. He'll get this out wide. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's got his big tight end for the touchdown. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
The extra point is up and through. And his guys are able to edge a bit closer. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. It'll take this down to the 43, a short pickup there. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now a give up the middle. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. They send the tight end in motion. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. Open man, right side. He's got it. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success. This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that.
And he's going to go down. The pressure, once again, too much. And that should wrap this one up.
All right, Mike, so in this situation, a defensive coordinator has 2 options. You can sit back and play the pass, or you can be aggressive and go after the quarterback. In this case, they chose the latter, and that's why they were able to force the turnover on downs.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now they'll run. It's a counter. He'll be bogged down. Short pickup to the 25. Second down and 8. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he will not be able to get free. Picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. So it's a win for our visitors. They bounced back from the loss last week, really put in a determined effort, and will come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.